Welcome back. It is 1588. In the last one, we had Yasmina tell her fiance's family that she wants to marry his brother instead. Luke and Marie broke up. Constance is making friends. And we are getting pretty close to making the ambrosia, so that's really exciting. This year we have a few birthdays. So first is Camille Waldrick II. Can't get a 714 or a 19. He did not. Miles Hobart II, also lots of seconds here. No 2, 4, or 6. He's fine. Gilbert Whitehead can't get a 7 or a 13. Will he get married? No 1 through 5. How many kids will he have? No 10. Ooh, no kids for you, Gilbert. Gilbert Whitehead, 0, 0. Okay. Why are some of these bolded and some of them not? Is the real question. Okay. Poor Gilbert. Lots of people rolling not to have babies. Anyway, so Richard Hobart II needs at least a 7. Sorry, I'm trying to pet a dog at the same time. She's very needy. And he survived. So everyone survived. Just one of them won't be having kids. And then this year, let's see. Okay, we have Miguel Domino aging up. Oh, lots of, okay, so Clarice Brigg, Zechariah Venian. Well, we obviously know about Zechariah because he's in our household. Cool. Okay, we have a couple of birthdays. Some new people to come over here. We have Clarice Brigg and Zechariah Venian. I just needed my hands to type. I'll pet you again in a second. Okay, so that is pretty good. We have some pregnant Sims doing the baby thing. Still plenty of baby tries left. And yeah, we won't really have to get anyone married until 1590 because I like to marry them as young adults. So, but we have a few in a row right after that. Who actually aged up last? Oh, we only had like baby rolls last time. I feel like this is getting a little sparse, don't you think? How come we have so many Sims? I have to fill a club, but we don't have that many names on here. Is it because I have too many townies? I don't know. Or maybe I forgot to put people on here. That's a real possibility. That's the trick. Because we have, okay, hold on. Miles, Adele, Camille, and Joanna. I believe I added Camille. Yeah, Camille, Joanna, Miles, and Adele. Okay, so everybody is here, I believe. We'll find out. We'll wing it. So anyway, let's hop into the game. So here we are in our household, just going to continue to try and get Yasmina's cooking skills up and, cooking and gourmet cooking. Also, she does have enough aspiration points for getting 3 potions of youth, which I don't know how she did that because she hasn't even completed the first part of her aspiration, but that's okay with me. So we do have that. I also have Luke just going down, mourning the graves a bit. They really miss their family, and they're getting close now. We're very close now, and they just really want to get back together with their family, kind of go back to how things used to be. It may not have been perfect, but they had each other, and they, it's just really sad. They've spent years trying to do this, and the two of them are just chatting and talking and trying to figure that out. We actually have maxed the cooking skill. We just need to max gourmet cooking, and honestly, then we're ready to cook the ambrosia. So I think that next year we'll be doing that. And I have these two chatting, and I want to have them talking about Yasmina's engagement issue, where she is really in love with Angelo and not William, and how she is talking to Luke and telling him that she and Angelo are going to go try and talk to the Queen later to, discuss the issue. And we kind of saw Marie overhearing the conversation a bit there. And then also it is Harvest Fest, so everyone is, doing the Harvest Fest things, being thankful for each other. We just had Yasmina cook a grand meal. It is nice having someone with level 10 cooking around, so she is doing really good. And then we also have the kids who only care about the gnomes doing stuff with those. So there is that. And then we are then going to have Yasmina and Angelo go and speak to the queen and try and see what they can do about the whole situation. So they're going to come talk to her, and we can't see Yasmina. Of course, she's disappeared. But anyway, we basically have them chatting, and so, she goes to the queen, and already their friendship is way down from what it used to be, which I think is so interesting because they were actually friends before. So I don't know what is going on. Maybe William II has kind of clued the queen in on what's going on, so she already is not, liking Yasmina as much. So when Yasmina and Angelo come to the queen, she kind of already knows what to expect, but they ask her, can we have fallen in love with each other. It's the same family, it'll be fine. And the queen's just kind of like, I liked you, so I gave you the opportunity to become a duchess, to have a good life, and you spit in my face, and you pick some guy who's not going to inherit a title. And Yasmina's like, well, it's, we've fallen in love. It's not our fault. And William doesn't even care and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I care because I vouched for you and you're making me look like an idiot. Like, she's very angry. It's very, it's giving Bridgerton season 1, where the queen's like trying to get Daphne to marry a prince and she turns him down. So there's that. But yeah, she's not happy about it. And honestly, unlike in Bridgerton, there is nothing that they can say that is convincing her. She's just like, no, you're going to marry who I tell you to marry. We're not playing games here. Like, I'm not going to just let you ruin what I have done here. She doesn't have any, true love situation where she's like going to be swayed by their words, So yeah, the queen is not happy with them about it. She is not budging. She's like, no, I decided who you're going to marry, and that's what's going to happen. So you can just go home now and not worry about it. So they're both like, oh gosh. Also, this Don't Wake the Llama game lasts a really long time. But anyway, we are also having a new baby being born, so he survives. This is Herbert Waldrick, born to Joanna and Camille. So they have just had another child, which is really exciting. They're doing really good. I think all of their children so far have survived, so they're kind of the lucky ones here. Let's get her pregnant again. Let's double check. Oh, I lied. The first baby did die. Well, they all survived birth. um, oh, yeah, I should have remembered that. I was very sad when Lena died. But anyway, we are about to get level 10 in gourmet cooking this video. We're so close. We're like level 9.5. So we're doing really good there. And I think that Yasmina is... she's excited. She's just like, honestly, all of this stuff regarding the engagement and everything, she's kind of like thinking to herself, well, it's okay because my dad's going to be back soon and he'll help me. Like, she doesn't remember Nicholas as like being an incompetent father because she was so young. So she thinks that it's going to be okay. She's focused on getting her family back, and then she thinks everything will fall into place. Meanwhile, Marie, who's overheard the situation, is going to come and kind of yell at Yasmina and basically be like, I can't believe you're being so stupid. You have a duke who wants to marry you. And Yasmina's like, you had an earl who wants to marry you and you turned it down. And Marie's like, that's different. Like, you would be treated so well by William. I can't believe you're passing up a guy like that in order to just, whatever. And so Watira is watching the girls fight with each other and she's so upset. And just like everything has been going wrong lately, and the game actually divorced Watira and Arun. It was like Watira has had enough. And so she's divorcing him. And that's so sad to me because I really thought they were such a good couple at the beginning. But things have just kept going downhill for them ever since they moved here. Things have been so bad for them. And so Watira's just like, I'm done with this. Like, our kids are screaming at each other, getting in fist fights in the ballroom. Like, this is not the way I want to live. This is not how I want to parent my children. This is not how I want us to be. And so Watira's like, I'm done with this. And meanwhile, Arun kind of comes and he's like not understanding. He's like, no, like, I can fix this. I can still fix this. And he thinks that he can solve the problem by asking Constance and Zechariah if they want to get married, if they want to be betrothed so that they can unite the family, so that they will be a real family since Luke and Marie aren't getting married anymore. And honestly, both kids really like each other. They're best friends. They really do enjoy each other's company. Constance has gotten really close to the family in a way that the older teens have not been able to because she's so young, so she acclimated better. And so Constance is really close to the Venian family. So when Arun is talking about this stuff, it's like, yeah, like let's do it. And so, as their guardian, he's kind of able to make that determination and, um, tell Watira that like it's okay, like the kids are gonna get married anyway. And Watira's just like, no, like I'm not dealing with this right now. So she actually, we're gonna say, because again, Arun and Watira have always had a kind of free flowing marriage. They don't get jealous, and so Watira has had many lovers over the years, and we'll say one of them is Richard II, who, had lost his wife. He's a widower. He lost his wife quite some time ago, and so him and Watira are going to be chatting with each other. They've, been romantic with each other before, even though obviously that's not true. But we're going to say that that's what happened when we weren't playing them. And so Watira is basically talking to Richard, and she's like, look, um, you know, Arun and I have been having such a hard time lately. We're going to get divorced. Like, it's not working out. And I want to get my children out of that situation. And obviously, at this time period, a woman couldn't, like, just take her kids and go, you know? So she comes to her lover here and she's like, look, I know that, you're not really interested in remarriage or replacing your wife who passed away, but like I really need to get my kids out of that situation. We're like a good couple, like we could marry each other, and then you know I could get my kids out of that situation. We could just be in our relationship the way it is. Like the relationship doesn't have to change between us, but we could help each other out. And he's also thinking about how, like, he doesn't have a wife. His daughter's getting older. Does he have a daughter? He has a daughter, right? Or is it a son? Hold on. I got to check now. I don't remember if he has a daughter or a son. But, whatever his child is, he is thinking that, oh, it's a son. It's a son. But anyway, he's thinking that, it wouldn't be bad to have other kids, a mother figure. All of his siblings are moving out, getting their own marriages and everything. And so I think that him and Watira are like, okay, like, we could do this. And Watira then has the option to, get her children out of this kind of toxic situation with Arun and the other kids and everything. Zechariah just aged up. I forgot that he was having a birthday this year. So he just aged up. And yeah, so Watira is thinking about getting out and taking the kids and leaving Arun. I mean, honestly, Arun has been acting so weird because, I mean, he is erratic. Like, I always catch him, like, stripping. Like, he's not wearing anything, and he's running around the house, and he's being mean to people, and, like, I just, like, don't know what's going on with this guy. Like, maybe he has some sort of, like, how old are they? Could he be getting, like, dementia or something at this point? I don't really know, but I think Watira is going to talk to Zechariah, and, she's heard about this betrothal situation. She's like, look, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Like, I don't want you to feel like you are beholden to this situation. And Zechariah is like, I really like Constance. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I do want to be family with her. And Arun kind of walks in the room while they're talking about this and is basically grilling Zechariah, like, what were you guys talking about, blah, blah, blah. And they get a difficult family dynamic. And I think that that is just, like, so indicative of the fact that Arun is, like, spiraling for some reason. And I don't know what's going on with him, but he is spiraling. And so he then gets a difficult relationship with Zechariah, despite the fact that Zechariah is doing what he wants him to do. But he's just like, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but we'll see. I think that, I really honestly don't know what's going on with him, because you guys got to let me know what you think is happening, because this is wild to me. He's just out of control. But anyway, then we also have Luke and Yasmina, who we can't see, talking to each other about, how excited they are that they're going to be able to bring their family back soon. Like next year, they'll be able to bring their family back, and it's going to be so happy and exciting. And so we're feeling good there, and everybody is just doing their thing. And yeah. that's where we're at. So I'm going to have Watira kind of chat with Arun a little bit too, just kind of scolding him, about the way that he's interacting with the children and telling him that she's not going to stand for it and that they're going to this isn't going to work. Like, you can't just act like this. So anyway, it is now the birthday party for Zechariah. We're inviting over everybody. And so here, comes all the other townspeople and focusing on that. So, yeah, and see, look, he's walking through to go shower in the rain again. Like, dude, what are you doing? I don't know what is going on with this guy, but anyway. Yeah, and then they're jokesters. Yeah, so basically, Watira is going to be like, what is wrong with you? You're causing a scene at your son's birthday party. Like, you have to stop this. Like, what is going on? I feel so bad. Like, I really liked Arun. I don't know why he's, like, falling apart. But oh well, Watira is basically gonna tell him, like, you can stay here. I'm taking the kids. I'm going. Like, I'm gonna remarry and I'm gonna take the children, and you're not gonna be able to deal with them. And the Hobart family actually is, even though they don't have a title, they are more well connected and prolific and have been around longer than the Venian family. So they do have a little bit of pull there where they can do that, and so she'll be able to kind of use that into her favor. Meanwhile, we do have Luke kind of going out to the library. He does want to do some more research on the ambrosia and stuff, and he's a genius. He likes to study and stuff. But while he's here, he actually meets Sophronia. So, I mean, they already knew each other in passing, but they didn't know each other well. And, they start talking about whatever book they're reading and stuff. And so, they actually get close really fast. They have good compatibility. And I'm just like, okay, I think that basically Luke is kind of thinking about what Marie told him in a way where, she's like, oh, you're acting like a loner. You're only hanging out with your siblings. You're not, putting yourself out there. And so I think that Luke is like, okay, well, she wants to talk about a book. I'll chat. I should chat. I should hang out. I should, make a friend that's not one of my siblings. So he goes ahead and does that with Sophronia. They become very good friends very quickly. They have good compatibility and everything. And so I think that that's a good thing for him also, because he is going to age up soon-ish. He has to start thinking about a wife. And so they just really click. And I love that for them. I love it when Sims just click and the friendship bar just goes up so quickly and it just is so easy, Also, why is the butler calling us saying that she's our mom? You are not. Arun! Seriously! Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but it's fine. So the queen also invited us out to the ruins, and I'm like, this is where we get murdered. It's really what happens. But no. So everyone is hanging out by the fire out here. And then, yeah, I think that the queen is just kind of still trying to push Yasmina in the direction she wants her to go in. And Yasmina is just trying to go along to get along until she can eventually, have her family back. And then she'll figure it out from there. So that's what she's worried about. Meanwhile, I'm going to start thinking about some birthday stuff. So we're going to start aging up some Sims. I don't know why I could not find Gilbert in the club, except it says that he's in the club when I grab him. So I really don't know why that happened, but whatever. So here we are, and then I will tell you about some birthdays. So we have Herbert Waldrick was born and became an infant. Camille Waldrick II, his older brother, became a toddler. Miles Hobart II became a child. Gilbert Whitehead became a teenager. Clarice Brigg became a teenager. And then Zechariah Venian also became a teenager. So we have lots of teens, lots of Sims starting to age up, getting ready to get married. So I'm excited about that, to start having more Sims in the rotation there for babies and stuff. So I'm excited to do that. And yeah, I forgot that some of them are in neighborhood stories that I don't want to be in neighborhood stories. The Waldricks are now part of our family, so you should not be doing neighborhood stories anymore, because I need you to not change your lives. Anyway, yeah, so that is what's going on there. And then right before the end of this year, we also have another baby be born to Adele And so Adele, who is Adele's husband again? Adele and Miles have another child. It's a boy, and he actually survives this time. So this is their third surviving child out of like six, which is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is their seventh child, and only three of them are currently alive. So that is just kind of unfortunate. But, they're doing what they can, and all of their living children are actually boys. They've had so many boys. They've only had one girl out of seven. So that's where we're at there. And that is where we're going to wrap up. Very exciting stuff. We have, let's see, what's going on next year. We actually have a Constance Larkin's birthday next year, so that is kind of scary but also exciting. And then we're going to be trying to bring our Sims back from the dead, so I'm excited about that too. And we just have a lot going on for the last year of the decade, so that is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. And I'll catch you in the next one.